Right.
Okay. So let's continue with the next question. The next question is based on angular momentum of the system. There are 4 point masses which are present at the 4 corners of a square. So this is, let us say, M. This is also M. This is also M. This is also M. It is rotating about an axis which is parallel to its diagonal and passing through its corner. So this is the axis of rotation. Now we have to find out angular momentum of the system. So there is one data which has not been clear, that what is this mass. If this mass is not present, obviously we'll just find out the moment of inertia of all these 3 and we'll get the angular momentum. So this distance is, if suppose this is L, and this distance will be L by root 2. Same thing can also be seen here. This is also L by root 2. Now you can find out moment of inertia of the system by just knowing what is the this distance, which is also root 2 L. So total moment of inertia of the system, we can write I is equals to m into root 2 L square plus m into L by root 2 square plus m into L by root 2 square. So this will become 2ml square plus ml square by 2 plus ml square by 2, which will give you 3ml square. So this is the moment of inertia of the system about this particular axis, provided you don't have mass with the connecting nodes. Now once you get your moment of inertia, then we will get angular momentum L as L equals to I omega, which is 3 ml square into omega. So answer of this question can be 3 ml square omega based on whatever the memory of the student. Okay. So we will now look at the next question. The next question is, find the percentage error in density of a substance given its error in mass is 6% and error in diameter is 1.5%. So all of you know that density rho can be written as, density rho can be written as mass per unit volume, which you can write as mass into 4 by 3 pi r cube, which is d cube by 8. So based on the error analysis, all of you know that if there are 2 quantities which have been measured and been divided, then the relative errors will be added, and this has been powered to the 3. So maximum error in the result will be equals to the error in the calculation of m, that is delta m by m, plus maximum relative error, which will be more accurate. Maximum relative error will be equals to delta m by m plus the 3 times relative error in the measurement of diameter. So you have got the percentage error given in terms of error in the mass, that is 6%. So you can write maximum error in the calculation of density. So maximum error in calculation of density will be equals to how much? That is maximum error in the calculation of mass, which is 6%, plus 3 times the error in the calculation of diameter, which is 1.5%. So we will get now, this will be equals to 6% plus, that is 4.5, that is 10.5%. So this is the total error in the calculation of density. Now I will go to the next question. The satellite is moving around Earth in an elliptical orbit. The ratio of maximum velocity and minimum velocity of the satellite is 6:1. Find the ratio of maximum to minimum distance in its elliptical orbit. So to understand this, let us now draw an elliptical orbit. So this is, let us say, the elliptical orbit in which it is moving. All of you know that keeping the Earth at its foci, the planets move in an elliptical orbit. The maximum distance of planets from the position of the Sun, let us say this is the position of the Sun, This is the maximum distance, let us that is equals to r1, and this is the minimum distance, let us say r2. If suppose say the velocity of the planet at this position is equals to v1, and velocity of the planet at this position, let us say, is equals to v2, and this is the concept of conservation of energy. If it is more close to the position of the sun, it has got more velocity, and if it is more distance away from the sun, it has got less velocity, which is also the concept of conservation of angular momentum. So if the distances are r1, r2, applying conservation of angular momentum, we can write m into v1 r1 equals to m into v2 r2. Now already he has given in the question the ratio of velocity. So we will know that this is v1 by v2 is equals to r2 divided by r1. So again it's a very simple question where he is asking the ratio of maximum distance to the minimum distance. So obviously r1 is the maximum distance and r2 is the minimum distance, and when you calculate r1, when you calculate v1 is the velocity which is minimum and v2 is the velocity which is maximum. So just you put that value, we already got r2 by r1 equals to v1 and v2, or r1 by r2 is asking maximum to minimum, yes. So our r1 by r2 is equals to, we get v2 by v1. So we know that v2 by v1 is 6, so we get now the ratio as what? 1:6 he is told about velocity, so we get the ratio r1 by r2. Now this is a question which is based on what? Based on our elliptical orbit from the gravitation. Okay. Now we will go for the next question. Now there is a hollow cone of height h and radius r. Find the moment of inertia about x dash. Now you have to find out moment of inertia of a hollow cone about an axis, which you know very well from the very basic concept, which is mr square by 2. Which is mr square by 2. Now suppose this is the hollow cone. We have to find out moment of inertia about this axis. So what you have to do? You have to take as a combination of rings like this. If the mass of this ring is dm, then moment of inertia of this part di is equals to dm into x square, if x is the radius. Then you can write the value of dm, which is mass per unit length, that is m by pi rl, which is mass per unit surface area, where L is the slanting length of the cone, R is the radius of the cone. In multiplied, this is mass per unit surface area into multiplied of this area, which is can be written as 2 pi x into dl. So dl is the length which has taken along this slanting length. Now you can understand easily that once you get this value of theta, that is tan theta or sin theta, sorry, we get sin theta is equals to x by L. So this length is equals to taken as L. Sin theta is equals to x by L. So from that we get dl is equals to dx divided by sin theta. And sin theta value also can be written as, if this is suppose say r, we can also write it as r by L. Now once you know the value of dl, then now moment of inertia dy will become m by pi r into 2 pi x into dl is dx by sin theta. After that, what you have to do? You have to just simply integrate it. X varies from 0 to r. And sin theta value you put, and finally you get mr square by 2. This is a simple derivation of moment of inertia of a cone about an axis passing through it, means about its symmetrical axis. But it is a hollow cone, remember. That's why I have taken this length as dl. If it is a solid cone, I have to take this length. Okay. So now this is the solution of this question. We'll move to the next question. So the next question is, an insect is crawling upward a bowl. Coefficient of friction between the bowl and the insect is 0.75. As the insect moves up till it feels it cannot go up from a certain height from the ground. Find that maximum height from the ground, radius of the bowl is 1 meter. So I'm not sure about this question because the students are telling that this may be some different idea about this question. So let's now Android. बंद करो. अरे सतीश